welcome to another week of Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. We'll head back to Paulson Stadium to take a look at some of the highlights from Georgia Southern knocking off Georgia State and finishing off the regular season in style, 38-10 at Paulson Stadium. We'll also hear from head coach Chad Lunsford and some of the players as the Eagles prepare to find out their bowl destination this weekend. We'll also send you back for some high school basketball highlights from the Southeast Bulldog Yellow Jackets as they continued region play against Jenkins this past week. And we'll also hear from Statesboro High head coach Jeff Kaiser as state reclassifications are being finalized. They'll be official in January, but we already kind of know where Statesboro is going to be moving up into 6A classification. We'll also tell you a little bit about where Southeast Bulldog stands in Portal as well. All that and plenty more coming up in just a moment. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles, with plenty on the line this past Saturday, they were looking to win their 7th game of the season, make sure they were going to be able to go to a bowl game. Also trying to win for the first time at Paulson Stadium against the Georgia State Panthers. Georgia Southern also trying to send their seniors out in style. They did all that and more. Let's send you back out for some of the highlights. Senior night for the Georgia Southern Eagles as they played their final game at Paulson Stadium. A good crowd on hand for the battle of the GSUs. Georgia Southern entering the game having never beaten the Georgia State Panthers at Paulson Stadium. And things not going well early as Georgia State starts the scoring. Trey Barnett from 15 yards out. And it's 7-0 Panthers. From there, it was all Eagles. The defense stepping up for a big stop by Monquavian Brinson. Later on offense, it's Wesley Kennedy out of the Wildcat taking off for an Eagle first down. Next, Shai Wertz with the fake, and he's gone 11 yards for the score as the Eagles tie things up at 7-all. More from the Georgia Southern defense as Ty Phillips comes up with a hit for a loss. Georgia State trying to take the lead here in the second quarter, but it's Phillips again with the hit for a loss. The Panthers will try and go ahead with the field goal, but this one will be off the mark, and it remains 7-all. The Georgia Southern offense then moving downfield as Wirtz hits Caleb Hood for a first down. That leads to a 50-yard field goal by Tyler Bass that's good by a good 10 yards. And it's 10-7 Eagles. Back on offense, and the pitch to Kennedy, who fights his way ahead for an Eagle first down. Wirtz then connects with Mark Mashad. And then the pitch to Najee Thompson, who gets ahead for another first down. And finally, the give up the middle to J.D. King, and he's in for the score as the Eagles grab a 17-7 lead. The defense helping to make that hold up as Ellington is sacked by Randy Wade, and we go to the half with Georgia Southern up 17-7. Second half, and it's Wesley Kennedy trying to make something happen on the opening kickoff, and Kennedy does a nice job reversing the field and he'll get all the way to the 48-yard line. The Georgia Southern offense keeps it going as Wirtz keeps it and gets ahead to the 25 for a first down. Next, Wirtz the pitch to Kennedy, who does the rest, going 13 yards for the touchdown as the Eagles extend their lead to 24-7. The defense continuing to harass Ellington. Lane Ecton helping out on the hit for no gain. Back on offense, and it's King going up the middle for 9 more of his game-high 107 yards. Wirtz then connects on the right side over to Mark Mashad for another Eagle first down. And then a nice job of running the option as Wirtz will take a big hit but pitches to King, who goes 13 yards to make it 31-7. The Panthers add a field goal, but the Eagles deny them on another fourth down attempt here in the fourth. Kendrick Duncan with a nice play. And then the offense looking to finish things off. Wirtz pitches to King for another first down. Next, it's Wesley Kennedy running hard for 8 yards. And finally, the finishing touch. King goes 30 yards and shows his speed as the Eagles run past the Panthers by a final count of 38-10. And stay with us. Coming up next, we'll hear from some of the Georgia Southern players.
This your boy Mo with the flow. Come check out the stove. 15-0, 2 weeks in a row, baby. Stiff arming, high prices. And we're throwing the flag on quality that's low. That's why you need to come see Mo at Floors Out in Statesboro, Georgia. Come check us out at 1267 Northside Drive East in Statesboro, or call us at 912-225-9911. Georgia!
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
Well, Georgia Southern with a big victory over Georgia State, and after the game we had a chance to talk with head coach Chad Lunsford and some of the players about the victory.
Offense got going early. Defense, they got going pretty fast and was able to come out with a victory. Yeah, you obviously want to win every one, but it means a little bit more because it was a senior day. And, you know, that's what we want to do. We want to send those seniors out on a good note. Obviously got one more at the bowl game, and we're trying to do the same thing. We really just impose our will up front. You know, those guys up front, they got it going for us. And me, the running backs, the receivers, we was able to feed out that. And, you know, the defensive line as well. Like, it started up front in any ball game. And I feel like we did a good job controlling the line of scrimmage.
Georgia State's a good team, so I mean they're obviously going to make some plays or whatever. But as a defense and as an offense, I can speak for them. We never took our foot off the gas. So when we got the momentum, we just kept riding until we bust out the win. I feel like they're a good in-state rival. I feel like every game we play against them is going to be a good game. You know what I mean? I'm just happy the Eagles came out on top on this one.
I mean, I just try to play hard every game. Whatever the outcome it is what it is, as long as we get the dub.
What was your first taste of this rivalry like?
I mean, I kind of knew what it was, you know, how they was talking about it all week, watching highlights, watching films, how they are after the play. Then what really set it off was pregame. They was just talking trash pregame all on our field. That was kind of disrespectful.
Came off Eagle Walk, they was waiting for us out of Eagle Walk and talking the trash, so hey, we was ready to go. So, I mean, we was just ready to pad it up. Wasn't doing much talking. We were just ready to play ball. So, I mean, AC, they just all about talk, honestly. It was big, it was fun, it was exciting. Setting the seniors out right, man. It was real emotional at the beginning. It was emotional for me too, and I told myself, you know, I want to go cry and everything. But yeah, it was big and it was great, man. Got that win, and I'm just glad like we could celebrate that, and we did that for, you know, myself and the seniors and the whole team, honestly.
A lot of respect for our opponent. A lot of respect for Dan Ellington. You know, that guy right there, man, to do what he's doing for his football team with a torn ACL, going out there and battling. You know, that's, and I know he's at Georgia State, but, you know, that's you know, it's just admirable. Proud of our guys. Proud of our guys. This has been a very adverse season. There's so many things that most people in this room don't know, except the ones that do come around and spend time with us and get to know us and don't just show up on game days. And so our seniors, I can't say enough about them. I know what I'm about to say. A lot of Eagle Nation will go, man, he don't get Georgia Southern, but I get Georgia Southern. We have to win every single game we play. We have to go 13-0. We have to win every game we play. That's the expectations at Georgia Southern. But I do want to talk about our senior class and what they've accomplished. Okay, so let's go back to 2016, 2017. We fell on hard times, and we went 7-17. Okay, we had a magical season last year, went 10-3. Okay, right now we're 7-5. That's a turnaround to 17-8. So when you look at the big picture and what we're trying to do as a program and grow, it's happening. It's happening. Okay, and for, you know, for a lot of Eagle Nation, I understand it's not fast enough, and I get that. But I'm very proud for this football team. Our senior class is going to walk out with, you know, 2 wins over a ranked opponent the last 2 years. They're going to have beat our opponent today in Paulson for the first time. We're 2-0 now with 18-19 with that. The rivalry series is now even. And that takes a lot. You know, that takes a lot. And our seniors have done a good job leading our football team so that that happens. They're not quitters. They play. And they play their butts off. And I can't say enough about them. And I can't say enough about them showing up tonight and getting the job done. Now I got to challenge them to go back-to-back bowls and get back-to-back bowl wins. And no senior class has done that. So, again, very proud of them. I know that's not much about the football game, but I did want to say that about our guys because that does matter.
Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
Well, reclassification for the GHSA taking place recently. You've got quite a few changes coming up for our area high school public school teams here in Bullitt County. Most noteworthy is the Statesboro Blue Devils, who will not only be moving regions, they'll also be moving up to 6A. They were classified as 5A but opted to move up rather than have a lot of travel. The region that they were in is now only Wayne and Ware remain. They'll also be joined by Coffee County, Warner Robins, and Veterans, making quite a football region, but also a lot of travel. Statesboro instead opts to move up to 6A, where they will be in a region with Glen Academy, Brunswick, also Bradwell, South Effingham, Effingham County, and also most recently Richmond Hill will be added to that 6A region. We had a chance to talk with Statesboro High football coach Jeff Kaiser about the move.
Well, there were challenges with the decision to stay in 5A or the decision to move up. The biggest challenge in 5A, I think, was travel. It's kind of a little bit of a guessing game, the method that the Georgia High School uses and the steps you have to take to try to put your kids in the, not necessarily a good competitive situation, but a safe situation and a smart situation. We didn't want to face the possibility of having to possibly travel to Albany to play a Tuesday night basketball game or all the way to Warner Robins multiple times in a week. It just, it was a difficult decision for our administration, and, moving to letting the play up in 6A. This will be a very familiar region, very all consists of teams that Statesboro High School has a history with. So it's not really, we don't look at it as new. It's just they're a little bit bigger than we are. It's no different really than 5A. You're not talking about a huge difference. From year to year it changes. I think there'll be a lot of people that argue that right now the 5A state playoffs were every bit as much competitive and the same quality of football as what's going on in 6A right now, and that changes from year to year, but we don't really look at it that way. I have gotten some disagreement in this regard, but we want our kids from a football standpoint to not have to think about who we're playing. We want to get back to when Statesboro High School stepped on the field and it didn't matter who we played. We were a force to be reckoned with, and we're making progress in that area.
And as for our other local teams, the Southeast Bullock Yellow Jackets will remain in their region. They were originally scheduled to move up to 4A, but their preschool students were counted in the high school numbers, so they will be staying in AAA as one of the larger schools. Out of their region now will be the Island Sharks, as well as Benedictine and Jenkins, which are a couple of the tougher teams in football in their region. They will stay in there with the rest of the Savannah schools that were already in that region. Joining them will be Liberty County, which should give them some competition there for football. As for the Portal Panthers, they have now separated Class A public and Class A private, so they will not have to play those Savannah schools, but instead a couple of new teams added to their region. Dropping down from AA will be the Metter Tigers, and also Screven County will be joining the Region 3 Single A public school. So a lot of different changes. Their region gets, you think that they might get a little bit easier losing the private schools. Instead, they bring in a couple of the tougher private public schools. So it should be a tough road to hoe for Portal as well in the future. All right, stay with us. Coming up, we'll head out for some basketball highlights.
Tanya's mother told her she'd find the perfect bedroom at Badcock Home Furniture and More. And she was right. Again.
Pick a pumpkin and save up to 25% at Badcock Home Furniture and More. That's extra savings on sweet deals, like this reclining sofa for just $5.98, or this 5-piece bedroom set for only $4.98. It's easy with your style, our credit. Pick your pumpkin and save at Badcock Home Furniture and More.
Well, the Southeast Bullock Yellow Jackets in action this past week as they were taking on Jenkins in a region matchup. Let's send you out for some of the highlights. Southeast Bullock Yellow Jackets in a region matchup with Jenkins. Delaney Thames helps start things off, going baseline, and she hits the reverse for 2. Next up, Moore from Thames. She comes up with the rebound and the putback. Southeast in control as Zaria Watley hits 20-4 Southeast at this point. Madison Taylor hits the pull-up jumper, and then it's Emily Fowler underneath with the rebound and the putback. Jaden Smith then off the mark, but she'll follow her own miss, and Southeast takes a 32-10 halftime lead. We move ahead to the second half, and the Lady Warriors able to make a run to get things close, but the Jackets right back. Taylor 3 more of her 19 points in the game. Thames continues to pile up the points as well. She'd finished with 13 points. And Andrea Littles with the finishing touch with the 3 ball. Southeast wins their first region game 55-41. To the boys game we go. Southeast looking for their first region win. And a low-scoring first half. The Warriors open up the lead. The Jackets don't hit their first field goal until only 1 minute left in the first. A.J. Williams with the honors. Then the Warriors respond. Jawan Boggs. And then the Jackets start to heat up. Jordan Bradford for 3. Next, Christian Clark inside to Williams for 2 more. Williams then drives the lane, hitting for 2 more of his 12 points in the game. But Boggs hits on the other end, and Southeast Bullock would find themselves down by 7 at the half. In the second half, Clark will go inside. Nice look to Jannard Mike for 2. Bradford then drives the baseline for 2 of his 13 points in the game. On the other end, Boggs coming up with the rebound and the putback. Mike later driving in as Southeast Bullock will cut the lead to 3. Clark will then drive in for the acrobatic bucket and the foul, cutting the lead to 1. Mike later with 2 more of his 12 points in the game, but the Warriors able to pull away late. Boggs with 2 more, and Southeast Bullock falls 53-48.
We place our trust in a lot of things every day. We trust that the red light will turn green, that our kids will wake us up too early on the weekends, and that our roof will keep us dry when the storm comes rolling through. But there's nothing more trustworthy than the rising sun. For over 50 years, Lee Hill and Johnston has ensured the trust of thousands across the Southeast. Like the faithfulness of the rising sun, you can rest assured that we have your trust insured.
And it's time once again for Jen's Pick 6, brought to you as always by
Lee Hill and Johnston.
Jennifer is in the festive mood. She's got, trust me, she's got Santa Claus pants and she's got her Christmas shirt on. She's ready to keep on rolling. She was 4-2 last week. Josh, not so good. 2-4, I think.
He's going down.
Yeah.
I'm telling my people, because I got so many compliments. Let me tell you how many compliments that I got from my fans and Lee Hill and Johnson people.
Yep.
They say, we watched your show. And I said, thank you. They said, not only that, we got faith in you.
All right,
like,
Jennifer.
okay.
It's starting to get down to the championships here.
It is.
And the first one is the SEC Championship, LSU giving your Georgia Bulldogs 7 points.
You know what? I'm just going to have to say this. And I know that I am on tape. And I'm glad that I'm on tape. Because let me tell you, I know that these Georgia Bulldogs, they go out there every single week.
Yeah.
They had to study up some stuff.
Yep.
That's okay. But
they're ready.
You know what? Let me tell you, Jake Fromm.
He's ready.
He's ready. He's
in
great.
good form.
He's in good form.
Mm-hmm.
I got faith in the coach too.
You think they're going to win?
They're going to win it.
Win the game.
They're going to win that game.
Wow.
I'm going to be watching too.
I got LSU because I got to catch up somehow to Jennifer.
No, you're not.
All right, here's Utah. Looking like they want to crash the dance here. They're giving 6 points to Oregon in the Pac-12 championship.
Okay.
What do you like?
I'm taking Utah on this one. Here is the reason. One, they minus that 6 points. That's just 6 points.
It's
so
only
I'm not
6.
worried about that.
Mhm.
You know, I got faith in Utah because I think Utah can win that game and cover the points.
All right. I got to take Oregon. I think Oregon might spoil their dance there. Appalachian State, our old rivals, taking on Louisiana for the Sun Belt Championship. Georgia Southern beat one of them, lost to the other one. Who you like?
Again, minus the 6 points again.
It's still 6.
But I'm telling you, Appalachian State, I watched you.
They're doing great.
Last week, too.
They won big.
And then they won big, and they covered that points for me. So I'm going to go with Appalachian State all the way.
I kind of like App State, too, Jennifer, but I got to take the upset and take Louisiana to cover the spread. I keep having to pick against the teams I want to take because I got to go against you. Oklahoma giving 8 to Baylor.
Now, wait a minute.
Big 12 championship.
Let's make sure on this. Is this regular Oklahoma?
It's not the state. It's the regular. It's the Sooners.
The Sooners. Okay. So, you know, minus that 8 points going on. Oklahoma, I did see your game.
The Sooners?
The Sooners. I did see how they played.
Playing pretty good.
And they're playing great in my book.
Points.
So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go with Oklahoma this week.
All right.
All the way.
I'm going to go with Baylor. Got to pick the opposite. Clemson, 30 points, Jennifer, in the ACC championship against Virginia. Is that too many points?
Okay. This is not a lot of points here.
It is a lot of points.
It is a lot of points in some standings, but
Clemson scores a lot.
Minus that 30 points. Josh, I'm telling you, are they going to be home this week?
Clemson is going to be at home, I think. I don't know where they play the ACC. They might be in North Carolina. I'm not positive.
Okay, so I'm picking Clemson no matter what because they have been winning for the last couple weeks.
Yep, by a lot.
And this is great.
Right.
So if I can just keep that battle going, that'd be awesome.
All right, Jennifer, you know what? One time I'm staying with you.
Oh, my Lord.
Just one game.
Why'd you do that?
The last one on the list, Ohio State. You keep taking them because of all your Rascal Flats stuff.
And they keep winning too,
they
don't
do.
they?
They got Wisconsin. They're giving them 18 points. They're killing everyone.
We're going to go with Ohio State because my Rascal Flats, I keep getting compliments every time I mention Rascal Flats. And matter of fact, the other night, Josh, I meant to tell you this.
Sure.
But my Twitter account, I have Twitter. I have Facebook, Twitter, and MySpace. Well, Twitter, YouTube, and all the social network. Anyway,
we know you're on there a lot.
Rascal Flats, Gary found out that I was picking them Ohio State, and he Twittered me.
He did. He Twittered you.
So it was great.
And he said,
"Thank you very much for that."
He said, "Go Buckeyes."
And I told him, "Go Buckeyes." That's right.
I'm picking
Ohio State.
I got to pick Wisconsin just to go against you, try to get my games back. All right. Well, this is all done and fun, and we're getting closer to the end here.
Yes, we are.
Only a couple weeks left. That'll wrap it up for this week. For Jennifer Hirsch, I'm Josh Aubrey. Thanks to Lee Hill and Johnson, and we'll see you again next week.